Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called non-overlapping intervals. So you are given an array of intervals where intervals of I represent the start and end points. You have to return the minimum number of intervals you need to remove to make the rest of the intervals non-overlapping. Let's try to take some example to consider this. Suppose you have intervals like this 1, 5, 3, 8 and let's say 10, 15, right? So in this case, what are you going to do? So this is 10. In this case, what will be your answer? Your answer will simply be 0, right? Because in this case none of the intervals are overlapping, so you need not delete any interval, right? Because anyway none of the intervals are overlapping. But okay, let's try to take some other case. So let's say you have a case like this 1, 5 and let's say 3, 3, 7 and let's say some other case like 11, 15. So in this case, now two of the intervals are overlapping, right? So in this case you will have to delete, okay, you will have to delete at least one of the intervals. So suppose you delete the first interval, you will get the remaining two intervals which are non-overlapping. So your answer is 1 in this particular case. Okay, now let's try to take some other example to build the logic. Let's say we have interval like this 1, 5 and let's say you have interval 3, 8 and let's say you have another interval, let's say 4, 15. Okay, so in this case what are the minimum number of deletions you need to make them non-overlapping? See, in this case all of them are overlapping, right? All of them are overlapping. So in this case if you just delete one of them, it is not sufficient because the remaining two will still overlap. So you will have to delete, right, either any of the two of them, right? So 2 is the answer. In this case delete these two or these two or these two, whichever two you like, right? So you delete any of the two intervals and in that case that will be your answer. Okay, now let's try to build the logic. So let's try to take two simple examples once again to build the logic. Okay, let's say you have interval 1, 6 and let's say you have another interval, okay, consider 3, 9, okay, something like this. So in this case what is your answer? So how many deletions do you need to do to make sure these are non-overlapping? You have to delete one interval at least, right? Because see, these two intervals are overlapping. So you cannot just take both of them. They will overlap. So you need to delete one of the intervals. But which one will you delete, right? Which interval will you delete? Will you delete the first one or will you delete the second one? Okay. Now you may think that, does it matter? You can delete any of these two intervals, right? It doesn't matter. If you delete any of these two intervals, you will still get the next interval which is non-overlapping. But okay, this is the case when you just have two inputs, right? What if some other input was given? Then it will matter, right? Which of these two will you delete? Why will it matter? Okay, because see, consider a case when you will have something like okay, you will have something like this 7 and let's say 15. Okay, now in this case it matters, right, which of the intervals you delete, because you can simply not delete either of these two. Suppose you delete the first interval, right? What will happen? Next two will still overlap. Okay, next two will still overlap. So you will have to delete either of these two. So in this case, the answer will be 2. But if between these two, right? Between these two, if you had chosen to delete the second interval, right? In that case, what will happen? First and third interval will not overlap. So your answer is just 1. With one deletion, you will be able to achieve your answer. So it matters, right? So it matters. Between these two intervals, it matters which of the intervals do you delete. Okay. So you need to delete this interval. Why do you need to delete this interval now? Okay. Let's try to analyze it. See, suppose you don't know what are the intervals that are coming in the future. But see, what if this is sorted, right? So 1 is less than 3. So the next interval which is going to come, right? Next interval which is going to come will be great, will start with a time greater than 3. Okay, suppose we have sorted the array. Then in that case, there will be only two possible cases, right? What will be the case? Okay, either this interval comes, okay, something like this, which we just saw example right now, right? So either the interval comes like this, where it overlaps with the second interval but doesn't overlap with the first interval, right? This will be one of the cases, right? But there can be one more case also, right? There can be one more case where this interval comes and something like this, okay, 4 and 4, 10, something like this. It will overlap with both of the previous intervals, right? See, let's consider this case now. If it overlaps with both of the intervals, right? If it overlaps with both of the previous intervals, then what will happen? you will have to delete 2 anyway, because all the 3 intervals are overlapping, right? So you will never have an answer, you will never have the answer equal to 1. You will never have this case, because if all the 3 intervals are overlapping, you will have to delete any 2 at least, right? Because all are overlapping. So either you delete these 2 or these 2 or these 2, whichever 2 you like, you will still have to delete 2. Okay, so this case is simple. But what is the other case that you have? The other case which is very interesting, the next interval can be something like this, right? The next interval can be something like this. Okay, 7, 7, 10 or something like this, where it overlaps only with one of the intervals. It doesn't overlap with the previous interval. Okay, so because of this case, which is very interesting, now in this case what will happen? It will overlap with the second interval only. It will never overlap with the first interval alone. If it overlaps, either it will overlap with both the intervals, or it will overlap only with the second interval, because see, it is sorted, right? It is sorted. So if this has to get placed, right, where can it come? So it will come in such a position that it either overlaps with both of the intervals, okay, or it overlaps only with the second interval. So if we delete the second interval, there can be a possibility that first and third interval don't overlap and we get the answer in just one deletion, which is the case which we are seeing right now, right? So that is why finally the intuition is, if you have two intervals like this, right, so if you delete the second interval, you will be at an advantage, you can be at an advantage later on if you are getting cases, like this, right, in future, which let's say were overlapping with this interval. So with one shot itself you are eliminating the middle element, right? You are eliminating the middle element, and then you are getting non-overlapping interval. So it's like that proverb is there, you are killing one bird with you're killing two birds with one shot, right? That proverb. So you are going to, if you eliminate the middle element, you need not eliminate any of the first or third element, right? This deleting this element is sufficient to delete to cause non-overlapping intervals. But if you had deleted, let's say, the first interval, okay, and let's say you delete the first interval and you keep the second interval, in this case these two will still overlap, so you will still have to delete one of them. In that case the answer will be 2. Okay, so now let's go forward. This is one case, okay, in which we have understood that it is advantageous to delete the second element. So if we have such a case, right, where input is sorted and they are overlapping in such a way that, okay, they're overlapping in such a way that the second interval is placed like this and the first interval is placed like this. In this case you will prefer to delete the second element. Okay, now let's quickly consider one more case and then we'll move forward to coding it. There can be a case like this, right? There can be a case like this. Let me try to take case. Suppose something like 1 9, and let's say you have something like, let's say, 3 6. Okay, so what if you have a case like this? Again, now you have choices to make, right? Now you may say that they are overlapping intervals, so how does it matter which one you delete? You will still have to delete one of them to make it non-overlapping, but it matters, right? It matters which of these will you delete. It matters. Why does it matter? Because, okay, let's say you get the future interval, right? You get the future interval something like this. Okay, you get the future interval something like this, 7 10. Okay, so in this case, if you delete the first interval, right, you had two choices, right, red and blue. If you delete the first interval, in this case what will happen is, you will, with one deletion itself you will get your answer. Your answer will be 1 and you will get your answer. But if you had chosen to delete the second interval instead of the first, in that case what will happen? Your first and third can still overlap and you will still have to delete either one of them. So in that case the answer will be 2. You will need to do more deletions, right? So if you have such a case, what will you do? You will delete this interval so that later on you can have minimum number of overlaps. Okay, so these are the only two cases and we'll consider these two cases. Okay, and now let's try to build our logic. So let's see the two cases once again and then we'll take some example and then go forward to coding it. Suppose you have this case, right? In this case you will prefer to delete this particular interval. Suppose you have this case. In this case you will prefer to delete this particular interval. Okay, now let's try to quickly take an example and then we'll move forward to coding. Suppose you have something like this, 1 5, and then you have the next interval at, let's say, 3 6, and let's say next interval is there at let's say, okay, let me take a better example. So let me take big example so that we are more clear. 1 9, and let's say you have 3 12, and let's say you have 11, and 15, and let's say you have 13 and 14. Okay, so these are the intervals that are given to you. Okay, now you have to find the minimum number of deletions to find non-overlapping intervals. So what is our algorithm? Let's compare two intervals one by one. So we are going to compare the first interval and the second interval. Now which case does this fall into, right? So this is the case when we saw it is advantageous to delete this particular interval, right? The second interval. Okay, so it is this particular case, right? It is similar to this case. So in this case what we are going to do, we are going to delete this interval. So our answer has become 1 of now. Both are overlapping, right? So you need to delete one of the intervals. So you will delete this interval. Okay, now let's go forward. So since we had deleted that interval, now see we are reaping the benefits of that, because see these two intervals are not overlapping. So it is great. So now we need not delete any of the intervals. They are not overlapping. So now let's go forward. So next you are comparing this interval and this interval. Okay, so what are you going to do? In this case what will you do? In this case, which interval will you delete? This will fall under this case, right? This will fall under case 2, this case. Okay, this is similar to this case. So what will you delete? In this case you will delete this particular interval. Okay, you will delete the first interval. So let us delete this interval and let us go forward. So in this case answer will be 2. Let's say you had some other element now. Let's say you had some other element after this 16, 18. What will you do? You need not delete anything because nothing is overlapping, right? So answer will finally remain 2, and that will be the logic. Now let's go forward to coding this. Okay, so we will have to first of all sort the intervals, right? So let's sort the intervals. So it will get sorted by the first element. Okay, now we will have to take two variables. One is the previous. Okay, previous is 0. Okay, and we will have to take another variable, current. So let us take current. Current is equal to 1. Current is less than n. Current plus plus. Okay, so what is n? N is the size of intervals. Intervals dot size. Okay, and we will have to declare another answer variable, right, which we will finally return. Okay, okay, now let us see the cases, right? So which are we comparing? We are comparing the previous and the current interval always. Okay, so in the first case we are comparing 0 and the first index interval. Okay, let's take examples. So let's say 1 5, and let's say you have something like 3 3 6. Okay, now how do you know that they are overlapping, right? What is the condition that they are overlapping? How do you know? See, 3 is less than 5, right? 3 is less than 5. Okay, so in this case they will be overlapping. If there was a case, right, if there was a case something like this 1 5 and let's say 8 10, they will not overlap, right? They will not overlap. This case is non overlapping, and this case is where they are overlapping. How do you know they are overlapping? Because 3 is less than 5, but in this case 8 is greater than 5, right? So you can just compare the start time of the current interval with the end time of the previous interval. So that's what we are going to do, right? So if intervals of current of 0, right, is less than intervals of previous of 1. Okay, so in this case what are you going to do? In this case you will have to delete, right? You will have to delete. So you are just incrementing your answer because you will have to make a deletion, right? Because they are overlapping means you have to delete them, right? You have no other choice. Okay, so you are incrementing your answer. Okay, now this was the case, but okay, let's consider one more case. In this case, which interval will you delete, right? In the simple case, okay, let me first of all remove this. Okay, now we are looking at this particular case, right? If we are at this particular case, which interval will you have deleted? You would have simply deleted this interval, right? 3 6, so that you can go forward. Okay, you would have deleted the second interval. We just saw the two cases. You would have deleted the second interval. Okay, but there can be another case, right? What was the other case? The other case was something like this. Suppose you have 1 5 and let's say you have something like 2 3. So 2 3 is a part of 1 5, right? So in this was the other case which we saw. So in this case, which interval will you delete? You will delete 1 5. So we are having two different cases, right? We are having two different cases. In this case you would have deleted 3 6. In this case you will delete 1 5, right? So what will you do? How will you decide the two cases? How will you know that which case it is? So till now we just compared 3 with 5, or we just compared this element and this element. Now we need to compare this element, right? We need to compare this element to see whether which of these two cases it is falling into, right? So how will you decide that? So for example, in this case 6 is larger than 5, right? So it is falling in the first case, right? But in this case 3 is smaller than 5, so it is falling in the second case. Okay, so that will be the simple logic. So what is the logic? So just compare this value. So if intervals of current of 1, right? So you are comparing, for example, 6, compare with this 1, right? If it is greater than intervals of previous of 1, right? So you are basically comparing 6 and 5. You're comparing the end elements of both of them, right? So if this is the case, right? If this is the case, then in this case, what will you do? If this is the case, which interval are you going to delete? You are going to delete this particular interval. You are going to delete the interval 3 comma 6. So what do you mean by deleting it? You're not deleting it, actually you're just maintaining two variables, previous and current, to denote them, right? So earlier your previous was at 1 comma 5 and your current was at 3 comma 6. Okay, so if you're going to delete 3 comma 6, what will happen? Your previous will still remain at 1 comma 5, right? And you will move forward with your current to the next value, right? That is what you are going to do. So in this case, you will not do anything, right? You need not simply give previous is equal to previous, right? You need not do anything. Your previous will remain as such, right? You need not do anything. But if it is not this case, right? If it is not that case, so if it is this particular case, in this case, now your 3 is less than 5, right? 3 is less than or equal to 5. So in this case, when you will have this particular case, when 3 is less than equal to 5, right? So in this particular case, you will have to change your previous, because what will be your previous? Your previous was at 1 5 and this is your current variable. Now if you are deleting 1 5, what does it mean? It means you are shifting your previous element, right? You will shift your previous to this and you will move your current forward. So in this case, you will move your previous element. So your previous will become equal to current. Okay, that's it. Now these are the cases. So this was the case when it was overlapping. Now let me delete all this. So we have taken this example. Now this was the case when it was overlapping, right? If it is not overlapping, in that case what will you do? Let's take another example quickly. If we have 1 5 and let's say you have something like 8 11. Okay, so when the intervals are not overlapping at all, what will you do? You need not do anything. You need not increase your answer or anything, right? You need not do anything at all. So what will you do? You will just change your previous. Okay, because see, this was your previous and this is your current. Now you will go forward, right, to compare with the next element, whatever the next interval may be. Okay, whatever it may be. Let me just take some random example. So in this case, what will you do? This was your previous, this is your current. But now in this case, when they are not overlapping, you don't have to delete anything, but you still have to shift your previous and current, right, to compare the next values. So you will still shift previous and current. Okay, so that's it, and finally you will return answer. So I hope that this will work. Let me run and see if it's working. So it's fine. Let me submit and see if it's working. So it's working. That's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.